The claim that cowboys cannot get life insurance, often heard in the context of shows like Yellowstone, is a bit of a misconception. While it's true that some professions, particularly those deemed high risk, can face difficulties obtaining life insurance, the situation is not as bleak or universal as the dramatized portrayals might suggest. Let's explore the nuances of life insurance for those working in cowboy-related professions and assess how risk factors, regulations, and insurance industry practices intersect with this issue. The nature of cowboy work. The work of a cowboy, especially as depicted on Yellowstone, is physically demanding, involves dangerous activities like cattle herding, riding horses, working with unpredictable livestock, and sometimes dealing with harsh weather conditions. These are inherently risky tasks, and in real life, individuals engaged in these types of occupations may face higher risks of injury or death. As such, insurance companies might view them as higher-risk clients compared to people in desk jobs or other less physically demanding professions. However, that doesn't mean cowboys are automatically excluded from life insurance. The insurance industry is based on assessing and managing risk, and there are options available to people in high-risk occupations, even if they are not as easy to obtain or as affordable as those for less risky jobs. Risk assessment by insurance companies. Life insurance companies use several criteria to determine the risk level associated with a person applying for coverage. Factors such as age, gender, health history, lifestyle choices, and occupation play a significant role in the underwriting process. People in high-risk professions are often considered to have a greater likelihood of dying prematurely or suffering severe injuries, which impacts the premiums they are charged and the type of coverage they are offered. For cowboys, the risk assessment might involve considering accidents and injuries, handling large, powerful animals, and working in unpredictable environments increases the risk of accidents. Broken bones, severe falls, or injuries caused by livestock could significantly impact life expectancy. Environmental hazards. Exposure to extreme weather conditions, such as heat strokes in summer or frostbite in winter, also adds to the risk profile. Physical demands. Cowboys often work long hours under challenging physical conditions, which might contribute to wear and tear on the body and long-term health problems, including joint issues or cardiovascular strain. These factors make life insurance for cowboys more expensive and potentially more complicated, but not impossible to secure. Types of life insurance available. While cowboys may face higher premiums and more thorough scrutiny during the application process, it is still very possible for them to obtain life insurance. There are a few types of insurance that might be relevant to individuals in high-risk professions. Standard life insurance. This is the most common type of policy, and people working in dangerous professions can still apply for it. However, the insurer will take into account the applicant's occupation, and if they work in a high-risk profession, the premiums could be higher. Some companies may exclude certain risky activities or apply restrictions on coverage related to their occupation. Accident-only insurance. Some insurance companies offer policies that only cover accidents, which might be a more affordable option for those whose primary risk factor is related to workplace hazards like falls or animal injuries. Term life insurance. This type of policy is often more affordable than whole life insurance because it covers the policyholder for a set period. For cowboys, term life insurance might offer an option for more affordable coverage, though premiums would still reflect the risk of their occupation. Whole life insurance. For those who are interested in permanent coverage that lasts a lifetime, whole life insurance might be available, though premiums could be prohibitively high for someone working in a high-risk job. Occupational life insurance. This is a specialized form of coverage that some insurers provide for people in high-risk occupations. It may offer coverage that accounts specifically for workplace hazards and could be a good option for those whose work includes dangerous activities like horseback riding, cattle wrangling, and other cowboy-related duties. Industry regulations and underwriting. The idea that cowboys simply can't get life insurance likely stems from the general perception that high-risk professions are completely uninsurable or that the insurance companies will flat-out refuse coverage. While it is true that the underwriting process for people in high-risk jobs can be more rigorous, the idea that life insurance is completely inaccessible is far from accurate. Insurance companies rely on detailed underwriting guidelines that assess an applicant's overall health and occupation. If an individual is applying for life insurance in a high-risk occupation like cowboy work, the insurer might ask questions about the exact nature of their job, e.g., if they work with dangerous livestock or engage in rodeo-style activities, the frequency of these activities, and the specific risks involved. The goal is to understand the level of risk they are underwriting and set premiums accordingly. In some cases, insurers might offer exclusions in the policy for certain activities, or they might impose limitations on payouts under specific circumstances, for example, injuries sustained while performing high-risk activities. However, it's important to note that just because someone works in a high-risk profession doesn't mean they are automatically excluded from insurance options. Rather, insurers will tailor the policy to reflect the level of risk. The Yellowstone effect. The portrayal of cowboys on Yellowstone often emphasizes the rugged individualism and danger of life on a working ranch. While these dramatizations of cowboy life are not entirely inaccurate in terms of the physical and emotional toll that such a lifestyle can take, the idea that cowboys can't get life insurance is more of a myth than a reality. The characters on Yellowstone might face challenges due to their occupations, but these challenges are mostly reflective of the more extreme elements of their roles, rather than a universal rule about life insurance for ranchers or cowboys. It's also worth considering that life insurance is just one part of a broader financial plan. Many cowboys and ranchers likely invest in other forms of insurance, such as disability insurance, workers' compensation, or specialized policies that cover accidents in high-risk professions. In summary, while cowboys may face higher premiums and more detailed scrutiny during the life insurance application process due to the risks associated with their occupation, the idea that they can't get life insurance is simply a misconception. The insurance industry has options for high-risk individuals, and cowboys can still secure coverage with some additional consideration. The real takeaway is that life insurance for people in cowboy-related jobs is available but may come with added costs, exclusions, or restrictions. It's always best for those in high-risk occupations to shop around, talk to specialized brokers, and thoroughly understand the terms of their policies.